In introduction, it discussed the purpose of learning speaking in English to all grade 1 tour guiding student of Arellano University. Speaking English is one of the essential to present ourselves, especially when a person is working in another country. The topic that we chosen is all about the struggle they face in tourism. It takes a lot of self-confidence and good communication skills. It's through communicating that we can grow as people as well as grow our vocabulary. There's a lot of advantage to speaking English. One of the desire of the tour guiding student of Arellano University, Andres Bonifacio campus, is to be fluent and fast in English speaking. The other respondents learning how to speak in English can give a lot of benefits, especially to the tour guiding students. To be a successful tour guide, you need to have a strong command over English, the global language.
For the background of the study, the English language is considered a universal language. It is spread in different countries. This is the reason why they understand each other, even if they're not in the same country. English is without a doubt one of the most important subjects that a student may master in school. This one is the most important because it teaches students how to read and write properly, as well as how to make the most of the English language by being creative with it. English became the first really worldwide language as the result of commerce, science and technology, diplomacy, art and formal education. English also promoted international communication. On a global scale, people believe that the reason why English is our universal language is because of colonization. The researchers also believe in that reason because it makes sense.
The common underlying proficiency model came in 1980. 1981, as cited in a Baker 2011, has frequently been described as the two iceberg models and has been represented with the graphic shown. The main idea behind this theory is that when students learn one language, they acquire a bank of skills and implicit meta-linguistic knowledge that they can draw upon when they are learn subsequent languages that can be useful not only in their academic performances but also in their personal lives and in their future. Keynes believed that if a learner has already learned a language, namely their native tongue, then they are readily equipped to learn a second. This previous knowledge serves to support their understanding of basic skills and concepts related to language and its effectiveness. Case theory can be broken down into two different aspects that are both necessary for learners to have a confident grasp of the language they are trying to learn: basic interpersonal skills communication and cognitive academic language proficiency. This aspect supports to encourage natural communication in social situations, especially for students and learners.
The effectiveness of learning speaking in English to all grade 12 tour guide student in Arellano University. Conceptual framework. The input you need will be used to complete the research. So it will be the research will need the following input in order to collect data and complete the research. The process is the needed data and instrument to be able to proceed to the conclusion. So if the input is the question and respondents, the process is the method needed to be able to analyze the data. Then the output is the goal of your research. So after the input and the process, the main purpose of the research, which is your topic, must be satisfied. If that is the conclusion.
For the statement of the problem, this study aims to determine the purpose of learning speaking in English to all grade 12 students from Arellano University, Pasig. Specifically, it sought to answer the following questions. Number 1, what is the purpose of learning to speak in English to all grade 12 students to Arellano University, Pasig? Second is how does learning speaking English the following? How does interaction of tour guiding students affect people? How does confidence affect the tour guiding students? How does speaking English affects communication in tour guiding? What are the causes of why learning speaking in English is important in a tour guiding students? Number 4, what are the benefits that a student can get after learning to speaking in English? As effectiveness of speaking in English fluency to the profession of grade 12 students from Arellano University, Pasig.
Our scope and limitation, our study will only focuses on the purpose of learning speaking English to all grade 12 PG students. Our data will be collected to all grade 12. For our scope and limitation, our study focuses on the purpose of learning speaking English. All our data will be collected to all grade 12 tour guiding students at Arellano University Andres Bonifacio campus in a year 2021 to 2022. Our study will never cover any other problems other than our topic, which is the purpose of learning speaking English. And our number of our accurate respondents is only 50 respondents. The student that is not part of grade 12 PG student cannot be answered our survey. Our study will done throughout utilization of questionnaires to the student by survey and reference, so that as researcher will be able to know the purpose of learning speaking English. That's all.
So, for our statistical treatment of data, as researcher decided to choose the formula for the percentage. After we gathered all the data that needed, we choose the formula for the percentage to get the result in our survey. So the formula for the percentage is P is equal to F divided by N times multiplied by 100, where P is for the percentage, F for the frequency, and N for the total number of respondents. In computing the percentage, we choose, or in a way, in frequency divided by N, which we all know that N is for the total number of respondents, and we divided, or we multiply it rather by 100 to get the percentage. That's all.
Validation of instrument. We constructed that our research is valid. The idea we got to our source and information is based in our questionnaire. Our research title, Effectiveness of English Fluency in the Profession of the Grade 12 Tour Guiding Student in Arellano University, Andres Bonifacio Campus. We brainstorm our question and try to answer from our perspective or opinion. We make a Google form for our survey and pass to all tour guiding students. We also favor them to answer, and if they answer our survey questionnaire, their name will appear of list who answered. Tour guiding student only, and the other strand are not.
We use Google Form to gather data, and the result explicitly shows that the majority of the respondents are 17 to 19 years of age, with a percentage of 96, followed by the age of 16 below that has 2%. And the respondents of 20 above years of age got also 2% respondents. And the majority of the respondents are female students from grade 12 Tour Guiding 1 of Arellano University Pasig with a percentage of 68, while the male respondents got the percent of 32. The gathered data also shows the majority of the respondents came from Tour Guiding 1 with a percentage of 58, while Tour Guiding 2 got the percentage of 20, and the respondents that from Tour Guiding 3 got the percentage of 22. According to the data gathered, 88% out of 100%, which is 44 individuals, answered no, that speaking in English help us to have better career. The reason why most of them answered no because not all tourist spots tour guide required to speak in English, but not unless they are assigned to tour foreigners in our country or in a specific field. 78% of 100%, which is 39% of 50, answered yes to speaking English will help you to be promoted in your job. A lot of the respondents says yes or answered yes because in tourism, speaking in English fluently is an advantage for you to be promoted. Aside from you can communicate well to the tourists, you can also give information accurately to the foreigners. Based on the data gathered, 54% of 100%, or 27 out of 50 respondents answered yes to speaking in English make you smart. The reason why almost half answered yes because of the discernment of other people. In our question number 4, the data gathered says that 70% of 100% respondent answered yes that reading books improve or help them in English speaking skills. Reading can improve your brain connectivity as well as your vocabulary and comprehension. In the question, does speaking English fluently important? 98% of 100%, which is 49 respondents, answered yes. It is because as a tourism student and soon to be part of the tourism industry, speaking in English fluently is must. By this, you can communicate properly to anyone and in different tourists in your field. Question number 6 in our survey asked that does speaking English help you to boost your self-confidence? 52% out of 100% of respondents strongly agree in this question. Being a tourism student, having the ability to speak in English is a motivational sport to us. Customer is the core of our success, just like I said, communication skill is must. Providing happiness and good customer service can greatly enhance our self-confidence. According to the data gathered, 62% out of 100% of respondents strongly agreed that speaking in English is important to communicate with foreigners. The reason why English is important to us tourism students, it is because English is our universal language, and in able to communicate and give information to the visitors of our tourist spots, we must learn and improve our English speaking skills. Out of our survey question, do you need to be fluent in speaking English to be a tour guide? Shows that 25% or 50% out of 100% of respondents agree in this question. Tour guides need to be flexible or fluent in English, especially due to the language mix in their field. English helps tourists to understand the information despite of the language differences. That's why it's important to be fluent in English when you are a tour guide to avoid misunderstanding with your tourists. Based on the question number 9, would it be better if the interaction of each tour guide with other people is considerably more effective? The result is 52% out of 100% are strongly agree because as a part of tourism industry, you should make sure that your interaction to the people are very effective, in that you will excel in your field. So the last question in our survey, in our data gathered, 56% out of 100% of respondents strongly agreed in the question, learning the English language can help you meet new people. English is the language of our international communication. In all areas, especially in communicating, we meet different people every day.
The researchers suggest that, based on the information gathered, the students make certain that they understand the value and the efficiency of English fluency. They should apply it to themselves so that when the time comes, you may use it in your career as a tour guide. Accept that the English language is already a part of our culture and that it cannot make us a less Filipino. Share your opinions and knowledge about English speaking to assist others in improving. Do not abuse your English fluency by doing negative things. Students should understand that studying and speaking English will help them to interact with others more effectively.